Okay, there we go. Do we have sound now? Man, I am all flub up this morning or this afternoon. I'm not doing good good today. So I do appreciate that your patience, guys, and I'm sorry about the mess up. Boy, oh boy, I'm just all over the place today. Um, and the thing is I came up really prepared. I was ready for everything, and now of course, at the last minute, the URL changed on me. And then, of course, I wasn't broadcasting and then sound. Oh man, that really, I'm sorry, guys, about that. Sound should be coming through now. And yeah, and it always seems like whenever you're best prepared is when you tend to mess things up. So yeah, I'm kind of off that way. And we got some great people in the chat today. I see Freesius, I see Sigma Prime, I see Kalum, I see Grim Studios, I see my missus in here. She's been trying to help me out, and I wasn't intentionally brushing her off. I thought she was interrupting the stream, and she wasn't. So that's my fault. And all of it's been my fault today. Um, hey guys, thanks for joining. Uh, I'm still getting used to streaming, so I'll get this down pat eventually. This is really only my second stream in a row that I've done, so thanks for coming on and really engaging here. And I can see chat is going, and everybody's saying no sound, but I can see the sound going through, but it seems like it's going through because the only thing anybody ever missed was more bloopers live, you know. uh, so we're all here. Again, thank you all for coming on, and I guess we'll dive into it. We got some announcements for the game, and for player help as well. And so this is going to be kind of cool. Uh, so some of these, why is this now not showing up? Oh man, I just had it running. Everything was going good. And now, oh, there we go. Yeah, all the issues are me today. So don't take any, don't worry about it, guys. I don't think it's on your end. But starting off the announcements, Kube had mentioned on the TFEW Discord that the Ark and Nemesis will be coming to the game in March. I think, if I recall correctly, he had said that was going to be a web store exclusive first, and then it'll be coming in game for shards. If I recall correctly, it's going to be the same shard amount that it was for Fortress Maximus and Scorponok. And since this is recording, I guess you can quote me on it, but don't. Because that information is subject to change, except that Cube told me it's expected to be coming out in March. And then on to the Prime Canisters. A lot of people on the TFEW server and elsewhere have been asking about, what happened to them, where did they go? Calum had mentioned, I don't remember where he mentioned it, I think it was in the announcements channel or something, that they're going to be showing up and being available during Prime Spark events. So they should be coming around again next Saga when we have another Prime Core event. I'm assuming next Saga. Don't hold me to that. That's all on the studio side. But yeah, they're going to be having those run during those events so that people can get the Prime Sparks running and going. So so that's what's going on in terms of the game. In terms of user data, this week I put out 2 new data sheets. One is for the different shields that are available in game, and one for the various different damage types out in the game, so that players can get reacquainted, especially the returning players, and help out new players. And of course, these are available on not only my server, but also on which is the PPX Alliance server, as well as the TFEW Discord's useful content channel. So they're up there, they're available. I did a little bit more work on the shield differences sheet. I color coded things, added some images, made it a little nicer. Um, and then with the damage types data sheet, I still got some tweaking and adjustments to make to this, but I wanted to at least get it out there, give some descriptions of the damages that are available so that players can better work with some synergies, because a lot of the discussions I've had, and I know people like Freesius, who's in the chat, was Twilight. You know, whenever people are asking us questions on the Discord server, you know, we're always like, well, you got to take this type of damage type into account, or you know, what kind of class the bot is working with, and just thought that we have a nice quick reference for, you know, like smash damage, normal damage, and then all the elementals, just as a quick reference so that we don't have to keep going back and hunting in game and taking screenshots and that type of thing. So I got those out there, and those are available to both our Alliance members as well as anybody that's on the Earth Wars Discord server. So that pretty much covers the announcements at the moment. We've got some fun new information coming out, and I'm going to state this before I even dive into this, that we just got this bot on playtest on Friday. So all the information that you guys are going to see here is preliminary. It is definitely subject to change. And we're already talking with the playtest developers and stuff about making adjustments to this bot. So again, all of this information that I'm gonna give away today, which really sadly isn't going to be much about Sideways, is going to be all preliminary. So just keep that in mind. The stuff that we know that probably isn't going to change is that they are a bifactional bot. They're going to be available to both Autobots and Decepticons. They have a unique look for each of them. Obviously, the Autobot has the Autobot symbol, the Con has the Con symbol. I think there's some head design changes. It's hard to tell from the images that we have of Sideways right now. They are going to be a special class, and they're ranged. So they're going to be limited with their combat compatibility with companions and ranged combats only. And then we're going to, and their range is rather short. And again, keep in mind, guys, all of this information is preliminary. It is going to most likely change before the bot comes live. And, you know, content creators such as Solja, Waza, myself, and Freesius will probably get you all the updated information before the bot goes live, or at least near finalized at that time. So just keep this in mind, that all this information right now, as we're streaming right here, right now, is just preliminary. It is subject to change. But with that information in queue, I have already begun assembling my own data sheet for the bot, so that we can get some basic information started. Like I said, there's not much out there that we can do with him right now. He's still being worked on. He's still being developed. He's still being tweaked. And I know the team is going to have a lot of feedback to go through to adjust with as the bot develops. But right now, the preliminary information is that he's got a cost of 7+2. Not sure if this is going to change or not. It's a little expensive, but we'll see how it goes. We've all kind of, over in the playtest server, we've all been vocal about this bot, and in some ways it's been okay. In other ways, it's not been so adoring. But we're trying to communicate and not take and not attack anybody or give anybody flack about it. But he's going to be similar in function to like Cup or Dead End, like I said, right now. Um, so he's going to teleport, but unlike Cup and Dead Ends, free all over the base teleport. He needs Sideways needs a target to teleport to. So that's a unique aspect of his ability, and it could change, it could not. We're still, like I said, we're still fleshing out the details on him and working with him. But we've got some basic information here. He does, or he will have a G1 core. The G1 core will add some ability damage, and destroying an ability or destroying a target uh, will uh, will increase. Uh, wait, oh, it travels. Sorry, I was reading off something else. And the G1 core will have star level parity right now. That aspect of it probably won't change. And that's the pretty much the same for his ability as is right now. There's going to be some star parity as determined by any DPS reductions or anything that he's going to be doing with his ability in that regard. Um, he is compatible with any and all the prime cores. Uh, like I said, we got him on Friday. We really haven't run him through the paces yet to see uh, what would be optimal for him. But given his current ability, we may want to get into this. I would think something like Micronus or Alpha Trion might help him. We're still debating on that at the moment. Um, at Sigma, he kind of is a little bit of a Cup dead end style as he has been developed thus far. But he doesn't have their range and or their survivability, and that we'll go down that line in a minute. But we do have some good combat. Like I said, it's primarily companions and ranged, which is fairly typical for a range special to go over and be compatible with. So that's going to be one of those cool little things that could be subject to change as well. We haven't quite narrowed it down or nailed anything down. Excuse me. And and we'll get into the playtest server shortly. I just wanted to go over some additional information. Um, we've also got some preliminary stats for him. I only have the 5-star stats at the moment. We haven't been given the 4 or 3 stars to go over or dwell with. He's got some, I would say, midline stats for a special, especially a range special. The stats may change as well, and a lot of us really hope that they kind of do. He's not holding up well while we're testing him right now. I'm trying to hold off on casting any major judgment. I've given some very critical and some potentially harsh feedback to the dev team on playtest, just to help them realize that we need to definitely buff this guy up some. And he seems like he could be potentially a good bot to use, but considering that we've got him still in the sketch phase of things, that could change. Any and all the information I'm giving you guys right now could change. But right now, I've got him at a maxed 5-star, and it's kind of hard to see. There we go. I've got him at a level 75 star. His power is only 2400. Now, keep in mind, these are the ultra basic stats. As you can see, there's no equipment on him. There's no power cores, no combats. I don't even have his ability upgraded yet. That was one of the things that I wanted to go over with you guys while we're in the stream today. And speaking of power cores, like I said, he does have a G1, which we're going to put on him right now. PlayTest gave us the G metal. Here's a little overview, a better overview of the G1 core. So we should expect to see some differences possibly on this core as we make things, get adjustments going via. Is playtest crashing? Difficult to say. It could be. Oh, great. But yeah, he's got a fairly decent G1 core for his current ability, and that could change. At Artesian Buildings, he's scheduled to come out in the next Alliance Endurance. It's a new bot. I believe that is the February 6th event. And yeah, playtest is just hanging up on me right now. Okay. Well then. That was unexpected. But we'll come back to this if my playtest responds again. Cause yeah, it looks like it wants to crash. But yeah, like I said, there's not really much information we have on him except for what I've been able to give you guys right here, right now. Um, so, and thank you, Twilight. Yeah, I got the two events according to the schedule mixed up. So it's the February 13th event, not the February 6th. So that was my fault. That's what I get for not having the schedule in front of me all the time. But yeah, he seems to right now, as it stands with the bot and play test, it's questionable. But we literally we just got him yesterday. So I mean, we haven't had too much time to play with them. We haven't been able to get them going on that regard. And we haven't really been able to dive too deep into getting the bot in place. So I mean, we don't even have a profile icon for him yet, and we don't even have a game model for him yet. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to see. And here we go. And during that whole hold up, yeah, playtest equipped the core for me, so that was good. He's gonna be interesting to use, especially with the way that he's built right now. And his special ability 11 will give him 1% health every 10 seconds or so. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. And like I said, this is still all preliminary information. It's going to be interesting to see what comes down the pipe from him. And yeah, Twilight, that is one of the concerns that we have voiced on the playtest server is his health is decent, could be better, but his damage really needs a lot of work. I mean, like I said, showing it there, this is with a perk, this is not everything. So I mean, there's the base damage at level 75 star. It's 601.5. He's kind of soft right now. and you know, fire claw. There you are, sir. Good to see you. There's your damn it. There's your ability for you. Uh, let you see some more of it. Now keep in mind this is just at level 1. I mean, if you guys want, we can go explore. We can try upgrading the core and the ability just to see what it's going to do. And why not? Why talk about it? Let's see what increases happen. Didn't see much there on the damage increase going on, but power, yeah, there's almost nothing for a power core bonus, you know. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. But we'll crank this out. Let's go crank him up to 11 while we're all here. And just so that everybody realizes this is my playtest account, so I've got resources I can spend out of the yin yang. I wish in some ways I could do this on the live server and just be like, oh hey, new bot, yeah, here we go. But in a way, I am glad that I don't do that on the live server because it gives me a chance to actually have fun and work with the bot and play with the bot and take all that stuff down and work out some additional strategies and tactics and stuff. So okay, we're at level 9 and here we are at level 10, and I'm not seeing any of the damage really change there, but we did see this damage number, the 301 damage. We saw that increase, and this is what most people will see at level 10. And why not? We'll crank them up to 11, like I said. Spinal Tap reference. And there's the ability at 11. So, yeah, it did help his power out a little bit, increasing his power, but not seeing much other good stuff going on with him right now. But that could just be the tweakingness of playtest. Sometimes we can do that. Sometimes we don't. And yeah, I'm gonna start fusing up this power core because I've got resources to burn or not. Either way, we'll just make it happen. We'll see how far I get before I've got to switch over to gold cores. I don't on playtest. I don't really pay attention to what I have in my inventories. I'll admit, because it's playtest and we can do pretty much almost anything we need to do or get. And let's go up. Let's see what the difference is from 1 to 15. Yeah. Use my cyber coins. Beautiful animation, but that looks like half shells. That looks like half shells core. It could be Sideways' icon. It really could. And let's see what level 15 did for that core. Okay, well it gave us from 1% to 12.5. So that's a big big ability damage increase. But I'm gonna be checking out the chat real quick, see if anything can go in here. Damage at SA1 is a bit ridiculous. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Sigma. Keep in mind that this info is still preliminary, so it's not gonna. I wouldn't say this is written in stone yet. It hasn't been finalized. It's just been given to us. So I would say take it for a grain of salt right now, but at least it's going to give you a baseline to work from, um, so that we can handle. And which combats can you employ or um, equip on them? Any of the ranged or combat ones. Here's a quick screenshot of what's going on with them. Which ones you can do. You can do groundhog, growl, and keep in mind they're bi-factional, so this will be also good for the Autobot side. My data sheet, which I showed earlier, and I can bring that back. Also has the combats that he can equip. So yeah, let me pull that up real quick, and I'll get that showing for you. I'm all over the place today. Okay, so here we go. Sigma Prime. Here's a list. The red are the Autobot, the purple are the Decepticon, obviously. But we can make this work. To show what who's available. And again, this is subject to change. But considering his class right now, he's doing good. Uh, and right now, there are no combat weapons that he can equip. So no Forge, no Cosmic Rust Blaster, um, anything like that. But he's got a good number of options available for both the Autobots and the Decepticons to put together there. So that could be really interesting and really I'd be interested to see what kind of combinations players are coming up with and will communicate to. And I know I promised Twilight a special thing with Punch and Overload. I might still do that. I might actually save that for a special video, Twilight. So I haven't decided yet. But yeah, and he can equip either companions or ranged. So and the list that's shown in the data sheet is what I got from our playtest server. So it's still fairly preliminary, and this could change. It could definitely change. It could everything is subject to change at this point. And wow, I probably said that 100 times already in this stream. Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting bot to play with, especially as we see him develop down the line. I'm kind of curious to see what developments are going to be made this week in playtest and see what else is going to happen there. But anybody else got any questions that I can possibly answer? And I say possibly because we still haven't gotten a lot of information on them yet. So what I've been able to share is what I've got, but I can try to do something else to help anybody out. Chat's kind of come to a halt at the moment. I hope I haven't lost connection yet. But yeah, he seems to be an interesting bot overall. Um, Not sure how we could implement them, and I'd love to show them to you in a test battle, but we can't really see the bot on the field, so we're not going to really see anything that happens. But we can try to give it a try. Maybe equipping the combat will help us see uh, if he does anything or uh, if we can get any idea of what he's doing. Twilight says, "Yeah, if I don't get down to trying the, I think it was the punch or counter punch with Overload and Demolisher. I'll probably do some testing before I do a video on it or something. Twilight, just to do my diligence." And okay, so that's an interesting little bug going on with playtest. Anytime I do anything for the new bot, it's gonna sit there and stifle and hold. But hopefully, when I get that back up and running, we'll be able to see um, see something on the thing. I know that he's got a lot of interesting characteristics for special ranged. He kind of acts like an in between Cup and Dead End and kind of like a gunner almost. Well, they are gunners, but uh, or they can be gunners, but like more like a hardcore gunner. like Onslaught or somebody like that. They've got an interesting little play there with how they work. I don't know. Okay. Wow, we do have the. I know it sounds like I'm talking to myself right now, but I got PlayTest back up, and I believe his core is attached to him, or his core and his equipment should be attached to him. It is. I put tip top on him right now just to see if we can't see anything down on the battlefield. And we're gonna go. Yeah, we'll go zone 13 for these three bots, just to see how he will hold up. And we'll see how things go. Okay, we got power cores over here, and let's see if sideways does anything other than a little. Oh, we've got a little blurb there, so you can see whatever would be sideways. And he's got like I said, he's got a short range, and whatever he can target has a little hue. I'm not seeing it too much on my playtest. Oh yeah, there's like this little blue hue that you see like on the shock tower here, on either one of these shock towers. That's going to need a little bit more contrast before before we can get him workable. And yeah, both the combat and the bot itself. Oh, here we go. Here's a little bit better contrast. So we can target Snarl. We can target these defenses. I think we can get Jazz. Yep, and we got Jazz over here. So it's an interesting little bot. Sorry, he's not. You guys can't see him on the field, other than a blue dot. But he does seem interesting, and let's see if he actually targets the HQ or not. And he can. That looked like he targeted the HQ. So that was kind of good. Don't know if that's going to stay or not. Would kind of like to see that stay, because we have so many bots that don't target the HQ anymore. It would be nice to see that happen. But like I said, see, we don't even have an icon for him yet. And good afternoon, Joe Ben Smith. Thanks for coming to the chat. And as I mentioned before, we got Fireclaw, we got Twilight Tier, we got Sigma Prime. We still got Freezius here, I believe, and I know Kalen may or may not still be on the feed, but I wanted just to go over some of this stuff with you guys. I hope that what you've seen so far has been helpful, at least to offer some information on the new bot. And like I said, it's still preliminary. Not sure what will be valid and what isn't at this point. It could be a lot of stuff. But sideways and seems he's in a state of flux right now. I like I said, I'm gonna hold off on any opinions until we get them far more down the line, closer to being finalized and ready to be put into the game itself, to see what he's gonna do and see how he's gonna perform. And as I promised, I've pretty much got that all done, and I'm glad that Fireclaw and Sigma Prime are appreciating that the data is coming out now. It's preliminary. Nothing's terrific. Nothing's set in stone or concrete yet, and it's subject to change. But want to be able to help you guys out as much as possible. At least give you some sneak peeks into his ability, see how he's performing, that type of thing. And honestly, when I tested him without a core or any equipment, he performed fairly badly. But I also put him in like zone 15, which is typical for me. But I just went with the suggested zone this time. He seemed to do pretty good that way. So yeah, that was the introduction and a partial glance into Sideways. And like I like I promised at the beginning of the stream, we've got the announcements. The Prime Spark canisters. They'll come back in the Prime Core events. Um, and we've got the 5-star Arc and Nemesis, and they're coming hopefully in March, like according to Kube. And that's really all I've got for today, guys. I wish I had more. If there's, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not seeing too many more questions. So if there's anything anybody wants to know, reach out, and if I'm able to answer the question or advise accordingly, I shall attempt to do so. And again, sorry for this late start. All those problems were on me. All those bloopers were on me. So I'm not infallible, despite what I may think of myself. But I appreciate everybody who showed up and everybody who's watching this on replay. Once the stream goes into a closed state, so I hope everybody enjoyed what they saw. You know, and Rodimus Kron. Oh, I've face revealed a lot before. I've done streams with Freezius and Waza and a couple on my own. And so we got a couple of more going on here. And this is becoming kind of a thing. I don't know if it's going to be every Saturday, but I am starting to like the Saturday streams. We just need more information in them. And like I said, I'm getting used to streaming. So getting there, I'm getting acclimated to it. So we'll see what happens as we progress. I'm tweaking things. I'm making the backgrounds nicer. I'm adjusting some of the content in it, and most of the time I'm doing this hours before I go streaming, or even when I make a video, I'm working on content right up to the last minute. Yeah, and always on my streams, one of the major features I always want to be able to have available is like a Q&A or just a general chit chat session back and forth. So it's just not me talking endlessly about stuff. But if everybody's okay with it, and I don't really have much more to show, I'm gonna call it a successful stream despite my early bloopers, and I hope that you guys definitely keep up the heroic nonsense, and I'll see you guys out there in Earth Wars. I'm on the TFEW server. I'm on Reddit. And of course, I've got my tactics videos on my channel. Please make sure to like and subscribe and check out the channel. I think six or eight different tactics that I posted up 2 years ago. 2 years ago are now meta tactics. So sorry for those contributions, or I'm glad that they became meta. I'm indecisive about that. But everybody just keep up the heroic nonsense, keep playing Earth Wars, and like I said, Freezius, Waza, myself, hopefully Soldier will get involved, and we'll get more information out on these new bots as it develops and as it becomes available. So have a good weekend, have a good event for your punch and counter punch, and I'll talk to you guys online and see you guys next weekend.